Hello, and welcome to another tale right from the heart of the Jakuls. As always, I'm your trustworthy host, Lothran, and I'm ever so excited for the story I get to tell today. So let's plunge into the depths, shall we? Go fetch a light meal, settle into a comfy spot, and pay accurate attention to Grahlings Part 5, The Difficulty with Memories. "Sir, we weren't expecting you back so soon." One of the Srawling guards rushed to his side. "Was there an issue at the summit?" Fildathwool shook his head, but remained silent as he walked slowly across the threshold of his personal rings. He had them so long. He could walk right through all of the walls of the ancient fortifications as if they were air. His Growlings and Srawlings had to hurry around the long way to keep up with him. "Is something the matter, sir?" Several more guards, almost Vu themselves in appearance, caught up to him as he approached his personal storage bay in the first ring of the entire empire. "I'm fine," he snapped in their direction as he halted his motions. "Sorry." Fildathwool felt every ounce of the weight of what he'd built upon his shoulders. "I need to access my old memories. I need a reminder, that's all. It's been too long. Go about your business." The others fell silent in unison, reaching out to embrace him through the shared space, but not commenting. There was really only the one solid rule when Fildathwool got like this, and everyone did their best to adhere themselves to it as much as they ever could. All of them took to one knee, bowing their heads before standing back up and silently going back to whatever their original tasks had been. He sighed calmly, wanting to be there for them, but knowing he needed to push forward. Fildathwool waved the door open with a gesture, the only permanently solid room within his rings. He stood there for a few moments before stepping through. It would hurt. It always hurt. He made sure the process caused pain, even though it didn't need to. Fildathwool stripped naked and sat as the cords of metal released their needle-thin tendrils through his flesh and bone directly into his brain. "Before, from the start," he uttered with more than a modicum of pain to his tone. The cables wiggled and thrashed for the briefest of moments, then electric gold lightning poured from the ceiling and into his mind, forcing Fildathwool back through space and time to as much of it all as he could piece together. His eyes snapped open, covered from head to toe in black mucus like gunk, hoarse shouting erupting from every direction. Another waste of flesh and sinew. Smack! A gnarled and twisted hand rocked Fildathwool's head, forcing him to twist away in pain and terror. "There! Some life in you with a little pain for incentive." The Zir's rasping voice cutting through his large, pointy ears. Fildathwool scurried on his tiny legs into a corner of the room, guarding his small, thin, frail body with one thin arm, and his overly large, pointy head with the other. "Ow!" he shrieked in fright as someone jabbed him in the side with the point of a primitive wooden spear. "Now! Stop!" Smack! Azir towered over him, fury etched into the other being's hideous features. "You are mine, mine and mine alone, my property, my will-made flesh. If I wish to cut you, you will bleed. If I wish to tear a piece of you off and feed it back to you, it will be your greatest desire to fulfill such a beauteous dream as I have provided for you. Do you understand me, filth?" The Zir jabbed the spear against Fildathwool's side, slowly pushing it into the smaller being. Fildathwool uttered the sounds, but he locked his eyes against those of his creator, letting the spear sink beneath his leathery skin. He put his hand on the weapon and pulled it deeper into himself, not to obey, but to challenge. He wrested it from his master's grasp, forcing the weapon out the other side of his body as he continued to stare back, colder than the loneliness of the most empty depths of space, at and into his creator's mind. We have a warrior here who'll be on the front lines soon enough. This here shouted with glee. Keep the spear. You'll need it soon. Fetch me some armor. There's a war to win. The Zerg kicked another growling that was already hurrying to do his bidding, the monstrous being still laughing as he bent back towards the octahedron hive floating beside him. It was then, right then, Fildathwool's first glimpse at such strange creature as that. Fildathwool heard it, before he had a name, before he really had a purpose other than to survive, before almost every part of himself was real or true. He heard the hive screaming in pain in his mind. "Kill me!" it called to him. "End my suffering! Please!" It begged with such terrible longing. "Please kill me! Please! End this! Please!" And so it is. We've come to the end of our time together once again. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did the telling. As always, I've been your diligent host, Lothran, and this was Growlings, Part 5, The Difficulty with Memories, another tale right from the heart of the Jakuls. Korvoth, guide them back to the safety they know all too well.
Yes, sir, Lothran. A pleasant greeting and a fond farewell to each and all. Please leave your comments, questions, and kindnesses down below. None of that awful, rude, or mean stuff, though. You keep that to yourself. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to help us learn, spread, and grow. Don't forget, we strongly encourage each and every one of you to stay safe out there. Good night and good luck. You'll need it. Bye-bye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.